Welcome everybody to another episode of Shaquatics Live. Normally we are on Saturdays, but for the next few weeks I'm going to have to mix it up a little bit because I have soccer on Saturdays. Went to sign my son up for soccer and they needed a coach. And so the guy, I said, I don't coach soccer, I coach water polo. He's like, that's perfect. It's the same thing. So I am now coaching soccer on Saturdays. So we had to move this into a different day, and we'll be moving it around. So just stay tuned, but we will be doing it. And I want to remind you, right after this, we have our members only Q&A. And I want to remind you about our memberships. So if you want some more personalized instruction, some more you want more time with me, one-on-one or one-on less people, then I have memberships available. We have a rookie membership and a varsity membership. And we do a members only Q&A, and I'm doing that right after this show tonight, just for our varsity members at 7:30 Pacific. It'll be 8:30 my time. So check that out. Eventually, I want to be able to do things like maybe once a month for my varsity members. They can post a clip to YouTube. Let's say you want some passing work. Let's say you're not getting the kind of coaching you want on your passing, and you need to work on your passing or your shooting or something. You post a video of you passing on YouTube, and then you send me the link on the members only Q&A, and I can watch it and kind of analyze your passing and give you some pointers and stuff. So there could be some real personalized coaching involved with the varsity membership and the Q&A. That's kind of what I envision. That's what we're going to give it a shot. And I think it could work out really well. Some of you guys have great coaches, and then some of you guys have coaches that are busy with other things and can't teach the fundamentals and maybe help you with your passing, and that's where I can come in and help you guys out a little bit. So that's the members only Q&A coming up right after this show tonight. Okay. Tonight I want to go over the 3-on-2 counters that I've been releasing on the videos. And I want to kind of simplify the 3-on-2 for you guys, because it can seem like it's complex, but it's really, when you're on a 3-on-2 counterattack, there's really only 2 choices for each player. So I'm going to try to simplify it so you guys understand. Let me see if I can get the, let me lower this down a little bit so you guys can see the board a little bit better. So let's just set this up for a second. We're talking 3-on-2 counterattack, right? So that means you've got 3 offensive players and 2 defensive players back. Okay. When you're on a 3-on-2, you want to end up on offense in a triangle. Now, see, this is kind of why the guy said, if you coach water polo, you can kind of coach soccer, which to a certain extent, he's right. Not that you're going to coach higher level soccer, but at the rudimentary levels, because soccer is all about triangles. Well, guess what? Sometimes so is water polo, all about triangles. And why is it about triangles? Because when you're in a triangle, your spacing is good. So let's just draw a triangle real quick, and then we'll show you. So you're going to end up, these 3 guys are going to end up in a triangle. 1, 2, and 3. That's where the 3 guys are going to end up. So let's get rid of them now for just a second. When you are spaced in a triangle, 2 defenders cannot guard these 3 players. That's why you're getting into a triangle. And that's why in soccer, they get into triangles, so that 2 defenders cannot guard 3 players. Look at the spacing. If this guy was spaced here, right, you have 1 defender covering these 2 guys, and then 1 defender here. So 3-on-2 amounts to nothing in that situation, right? So this is where we're going to end up. Goalposts about 3 meters out, and then this guy's about 5 meters out, center cage. Okay? So, and remember, I have videos on this. I just released them. So if you need to review it, you can watch those videos. But let's take it from the top. Now, you got 3-on-2. Okay? One of these guys is going to have the ball. So let's say this guy winged out and he gets the ball. When you're on a 3-on-2, you want to look to the ball for the answers to what you're going to do. Now remember, I want to simplify this for you guys. So look to the ball to see what you're going to do. If you're one of these guys over here, you're looking to see what's going on with the ball. Now, one of two things are going to happen. Either the defender is going to stay off him, or the defender's going to press him. Those are the two options. So that's what you're looking for. So if the defender presses the ball, then that tells these guys what to do. This center guy is going to go here and give a strong side release if the ball is pressed. So that means if you're in the center of a 3-on-2, right, you pop your head up and you look to see what's happening with the guy with the ball. If he's pressed, you're going to come down and give him a strong side release quickly. It's got to be fast, right? Because this guy's pressed. You want to help him out as soon as you can. Okay, so you come down, strong side release. And then this guy will come down and be right on this goalpost. So once you get the ball, you'll be the guy on this goalpost. This guy's down on this goalpost. And then this guy with the ball is going to pass the ball down the line and then sprint to the top part of the triangle. He forms the top part of that triangle. If you guys have questions, ask me questions. But if that makes sense to you, I know there's a lot of squiggles on the board once we get to it. But I hope that makes sense. Again, if it doesn't make sense, ask me a question. I'll re-explain it, or I will try to explain it in a different way where it makes sense to you. Okay, so that's if the ball is pressed. If the ball is not pressed, these guys hang back. Okay, he's not going to give a strong side release, the middle guy. He's going to go weak side. This guy's going to attack. So he's not pressed anymore. He's going to attack. So this guy will end up being down here. This guy went weak side post, so he'll be here. And then this guy's going to cross middle to form the triangle. That's if the guy's not pressed. So everybody's looking to see whether the ball's pressed or not pressed, and then making the appropriate play. Right? If the guy with the ball is pressed, he's going to pass it down the line and cut to the top. If he's not pressed, he's going to sprint down here. For the middle guy, if the ball's pressed, strong side release. If the ball's not pressed, weak side post. And then the guy on the weak side, if the ball's pressed, he's going to come straight down to the post. If the ball's not pressed, he's crossing over to the top of the triangle. All right, ask me questions. 3-on-2 counterattack. It's important you guys understand the rotations and that you're able to do the rotations quickly. Remember, the key to a good counterattack, well, there's a couple keys. One is you don't stop. That's why if you're the guy with the ball and pressed, after you make that pass, you have to cut. You have to pass and cut. Don't stop. That's another thing that's similar in soccer. You don't kick and stop. You kick and then you go. There are a lot of similarities, right? So it's important you pass and then cut. That's one thing on the counterattack is that you don't stop, keep going. And the other important thing on the counterattack is making quick decisions and not just freezing. So early on, you might have to be okay with making a mistake. But as long as you make a mistake trying to do the right thing, that's okay. It's like this, if you're a baseball player and you're sitting up at bat, do you want to make a mistake sitting there or do you want to make a mistake swinging? I think we want to make a mistake swinging. Let's go after the ball. So if you're going to make a mistake doing something. Don't make a mistake out of fear of paralyzing you not to do anything. All right? Okay, so Mr. Mike Johnson, who is a varsity member, our very first varsity member. And remember, if you're a varsity member or rookie member, you get the Mr. moniker. Mr. Michael Johnson, or it might be Mr. Lee. His son, who just scored the game-winning goal yesterday in his tournament, which is awesome, Lee. Great job. If you're listening, nice job. It's a lot of fun. Water polo is a lot of fun. Okay, so is it the same on a 3-on-3? You could do the same rotation on a 3-on-3. You're just obviously you're going to be matched up. You're going to be looking for a different thing. If you guys are all matched, if everyone's matched up, right, and this guy has the ball, right, presumably this guy's going to be pressed. So in a 3-on-3, Mike, what I would do is then I would have these guys run just a pick, and then I would have this guy come into 2 meters. So I would have this guy come over, and then I would have this guy come over his back like a little pick, and then I would have this guy come and set 2 meters and get us an early offense. What I like when if we don't have an up on the counter, I like early offense with an early 2 meter set. And this is really important. So we could actually spend a little bit of time on this. The earlier you get 2 meters, the better it is for your offense. So it's okay if you're on a counter and you're not up, that's fine. Get somebody set and get the ball into them fast. Right? Think about it. If you're 3-on-3, it's way better to get the ball into 2 meters than if you're 6-on-6, because there's way less people that can drop back into 2 meters. So you're playing 1-on-1. There's not going to be a double there on that, or it's going to be a lot harder to double 3-on-3 than 6-on-6. So that early offense into 2 meters is nice. The faster you can get the ball into 2 meters, and if you run a little pick off the counter, you catch a lot of teams off guard with that. So that's what I would do if we were 3-on-3. I would have this guy go away, this guy cross over his legs and go right into set and get some early offense going. And if nothing happens with it, you can always exit out and run your regular guy into 2 meters. That's a good question. All right, who else got questions for me? While you're formulating your questions, let me tell you what's coming up on our videos. So we did our turn series, our hooks and turns series, and we released them. It was kind of a monster series. When we got into it, me and Coach Brittany, we realized there's so much to it. We really wanted to do it right. We didn't want to just kind of do it halfway. So there was a lot. So we broke the videos, I think, into 5 or 6 different parts. But what's coming up, which I think you guys might like, is then we put all of them together and we're releasing the entire series in like one big 25-minute thing on hooks and turns. So that's coming up soon. So look out for that hooks and turns series. And remember, a couple weeks ago, we talked about when you have the ball, right, and you're going into your man, you're never going to hook and turn your man with that offhand up high on his neck or the hand out, right? So you got to get that forearm down, right, so you can manipulate him around the midsection. It's really important with your hooks and turns. I want to talk a little bit about general spacing and strategy on not just a regular 3-3 offense, but also on the power play, on the man up. And you guys can see this when you watch really good water polo. I really encourage you, watch. It's so easy now. You can go on YouTube and you can Google Olympic water polo and you can watch as much Olympic water polo as you want. Division I college water polo. Watch it. Watch these guys play. And this is what I want you to watch for. I want you to watch how they generally start wide and then they end up close in. And I think a lot of younger players and high school players, they do the opposite. They start in really packed in and then they end up wide. Okay, so how that looks, and I talk about this all the time, when we set up your 3-3, okay, you want the wings wide, right? You don't want the wings pinched in here. And this is what my wings always do. See, they would always pinch in, right? That's how they'd start, right? You can't start pinched in. Remember, you got a 2-meter guy here trying to get the ball. So what happens if the wing's pinched in? Well, his defender is right there. So we can't ever get the ball into 2 meters. So you can't start pinched in. What you need to do if you're this wing is you need to get wide, get really wide. Bring your defender out so we can get the ball into 2 meters. And then as the offense goes, you can drive and move and you can come in and find the gaps and you can do that. But you want to start wide and then come in as opposed to the reverse. And the same thing happens on the power play. When you guys are man up, now we're in a 4-2. Okay, I want you to watch right after this show, because you're not going to do it right now, right? You're not going to cut away from me right now. This is gold. Go watch Olympic water polo or find something where you can watch the man-ups, or you just watch the game and just watch the man-ups. And watch how they start wide on the man-up, big, spaced out, and then they start to creep in and move in and move in and move in. And then right before they shoot, they're really packed in and they're close in, now ready to shoot. So watch that and see how you can incorporate that kind of spacing into your game, where you start wide, work the ball around, and slowly find those creases where you can creep in and get closer. So I want you guys to look for that and let me know what you think. All right. Just getting back into water polo since high school, 2000. I remember something, but really rusty on my defense. Watched a bunch of your videos last night, and they were great. Thank you. Oh, wow. Okay, I thought you had a question. You just wanted to give me a compliment. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad you're getting back into it. It's a really fun sport, and there's tons of programs for older players that want to get back into it. Just go slow so you don't hurt yourself. And let me know if you have any questions or any videos that you want me to do. I appreciate that. Thank you. It means a lot to me. Oh, before I forget, too, for all of you folks that are my avid book readers, I don't know if you know this, but we have a book out called Don't Make Noise, Lose with Poise, A Child's Guide to Losing. So if you have kids and they need to be able to lose without losing their minds or throwing a tantrum, that's what this book is for. But that's not what I want to talk about. We have a new book coming out May 22nd, and it's about gratitude and happiness. It's a guide to gratitude and happiness, and I'm really excited about it. So keep an eye on that. It'll be available for pre-order. It's up on Amazon right now, but the picture's not up because we just uploaded it. We're getting the proof soon. So we're really excited about that. May 22nd, A Child's Guide to Gratitude and Happiness. I think you're really going to like it. I just want to mention that. Any other questions? We discussed the 3-on-2 counterattack. We discussed spacing, how you start wide and then want to get in close. At 8:30 my time, 7:30 Pacific tonight, I'm doing a members-only Q&A. And like I said before, the members, it's for people that want a little bit more exposure to my coaching on a one-on-one basis, like where they want actual coaching for their situation. And we're talking about possibly me watching some uploaded videos on YouTube of what you're doing and kind of analyzing it and helping you out individually. Maybe I could do like one a month or something, depending on how many members I had. So if you're interested in that, check out our varsity membership. We also have a rookie membership, and that is going to be at 7:30 Pacific, coming up here in like 10 minutes. We're going to do the members only Q&A. So I'd love to see you on that. If there's no more questions, I will sign off. Again, Saturdays are tough for the next few weeks because I'm coaching soccer. So just stay tuned for what we have. If this Monday night slot works good, I'll just keep that for the next few weeks. And then once soccer's over, we'll jump back in on Saturdays. Guys, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching the videos and liking them and leaving the comments. It means a lot to me. And supporting our site and supporting our YouTube channel is a big deal for me. So I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. We'll see you next week. Bye, guys.